How are you? Can't hear him yet. Okay, so we're up. We're good. Let me say, make sure we're good there. I can push there. Okay, we're set. I think we're okay. System. Hi. Uh, Hello, Dimitri.
Hear me?
Perfect
Perfect.
now. Yes, loud and clear.
Oh, yes.
Can you hear
Good. I
us?
can hear. I can hear you.
Oh,
Awesome.
brilliant. It's fantastic. We're not record. Well, we are, but we won't use it on the show. So
It's actually so nice to see your face as well.
yes, nice to
To know all
see.
about you.
Well, we know a lot about you.
Well, you get music career, darling.
You're going to tell us the rest, which is good. So from now, what time do you need to be going? We can do it in a certain way so you can still leave in comfortable time.
Basically, pharmacy closes at 8 o'clock. Right now, it's 10 to 7. I'm gonna be fine. I'm gonna be
So,
fine because
yeah.
I take care of some stray cats.
Oh, bless you. We
Oh,
love cats.
Yes. Because there's a kitten, 11 months old, and he has an issue with his eye, and I need to take some pills because probably he has an infection or something.
Oh,
So I need to. I was trying the whole day to find the best medicine for him. It's
mm,
not easy. It's not easy because I'm used to taking care of dogs for the rest of my life, for the
sure,
whole of my life,
sure.
my whole life. But lately, because right now I'm living in my country house, I'm taking care of stray cats.
Oh, bless you. Yes,
There are lots of stray cats in Athens, especially
yes, I heard. I heard.
yeah.
in Greece in general. So,
Before
uh,
We're going to introduce you to our cat Twinkle.
he's a wreck. He was a wreck.
She's a rescue.
oh, sweetheart.
Oh, beautiful girl. There she is. Look. It's Dimitri. Look. Look. Oh,
She's so beautiful.
there, my
How
ducks.
old is she?
She's supposed to be 14, but
14.
I
Mm.
don't think she is
Oh,
14.
She
oh,
she meets everybody who's important. So she's met Susie Quattro. She's met
Sorry, I'm so sorry.
every time I bluff me, you turn me down.
Sorry.
Susie Quattro she's met. So now she's met Dimitri. So she's meets the big top people.
Isn't it hot in the UK right now? That's what
It's
It's
I've heard from the news.
hot
it,
for us, yeah.
it's 30 in the flat.
30 Celsius, we do Celsius, yeah. So
Yeah.
to us, it's a lot. I mean, I like Greek heat. I like the Caribbean heat. I like 40 degrees and things like that. But of course, the humidity in the UK is different. I mean,
Yeah.
UK people complain if it's 20, but I mean, I like it hotter than that here. But yeah, it's to do with the humidity, the problem, really, and coping with it. Where our railway lines, they melt, things like that, or they move apart. And it's because they're not designed, the infrastructure isn't designed for that level heat. That's what it is,
Mm.
really.
Plus, we can't have the windows wide open because
Uh,
Twinkle will get out. She's an indoor cat. She can't go out
okay.
because of her health issues,
All
so
right.
she has to stay in.
And
I see.
what temperature are
Basically,
you? What temperature are you
I
at the
know
moment?
right now it's 32, which
Okay.
is not that hot.
No, it's different heat, darling. Totally.
Oh, okay.
It's not that hot for us. Most of
Mm.
the times in July or August, we hit 40 degrees.
Yeah, yeah.
But I know how it is when it's hot in London, basically, because I lived in London for 4 years, like
Ah,
a decade
okay.
ago. So I know how it was. I
Hmm.
know how it was. It was like 30 degrees for a week, and it felt like it was Egypt heat wave or something. I don't
Hmm.
know.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
I remember it was difficult, so I definitely understand.
Ah, there you go. So yeah, but
But
yeah.
it's nothing compared to the heat wave of Greece. When it's real heat wave,
Hmm.
you want to surrender. Absolutely. You want to
Okay.
surrender your flesh to the
I
sea.
like that.
Brilliant. Okay. So, right, let's get started. So let's do a proper introduction. So now in Chatterbox, we're just lucky enough to welcome Dimitri Nezis. Is that correct for is Englishman saying it? Is that correct?
So basically, it's first of all, nice to meet you all,
Nice to meet
and
you.
it's Dimitris Nezis.
Dimitris Nezis. So now,
Yes,
Chatterbox, we welcome Dimitris Nezis. Welcome. How are you?
I'm doing well. How about you? Is
We're
it
good.
that hot in the UK?
It's UK hot, if you know what I mean. But it's but you're saying you were 40 over there. 40 Mediterranean heat is nice. I like 40 in the Mediterranean. I like it. I can do
Yeah,
that.
when you're next to the sea, everything feels way better, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yeah. We're lucky because we're by the sea. We're near to the sea. We're about a mile in, so we're
Uh-huh.
lucky. But
Hmm.
yeah, it's as we were saying, you've been in London, so you know the humidity in the UK. So this is why we can't cope with it. And yeah, where's the first place people go on holiday when they're British? They go to Spain, they go to a Greek island, they go. So this is where they go. So that obviously
I
it
know.
proves they can all cope with it. So yeah. Anyway, Dimitris, we've been aware of you for some time. We got introduced to you as an artist by Chris Spira of the Space Angel Music Company, and I think we must have been playing maybe five of your songs altogether now. Last maybe 2 years or so. So I've
Hmm.
got to know your songs, and we were hoping that the Chatterbox audience, which is a syndicated show, goes quite a lot of stations, over 200. We're hoping that they will get to know you more. Look at your YouTubes, download your songs. We hope they get to know you better, and we're hoping you're going to be getting more voters on the Hit or Miss show, and more stations will take you on. That's what we're hoping for, because we like your
And
song.
eventually,
Beautiful,
and
yeah.
eventually, any of my songs to be charting in the official charts. Why
Yes.
not?
Oh,
Yes.
yes. Absolutely. So,
That would be awesome. Awesome. That would be phenomenal.
absolutely. Tell us how it started. Let's go to when you were a child, when you were growing up. What sort of music were you into? Well, what influences do you have from a childhood, and maybe what did your parents have in their record or CD collection?
So, first of all, I grew up in the 90s, so I'm mostly a 90s person.
Mhm,
I grew up listening to all the local and international girl bands, boy bands, all the pop stars that were really well known and famous worldwide.
mhm,
I'm sure that if I mention some names, you all know them. The music that I mostly listened to while I was growing up, it has nothing to do with any of the type of music that my parents or my sister were used to be listening at all. I mean, I was into pop music mostly, and they were like listening to other style. Basically, it's like more local Greek, Laiko music style. So I was way different since I was very child. I was very small,
mhm,
and I grew up listening to the same type of music. But while I was growing up, sometimes I started like listening and to other types because I was like also trying to dig deeper in myself because I knew that I was trying and I was willing to become an artist. So deep in my heart, I was like, okay, I'm not gonna be listening only to pop music. I was listening to different type of musics, world style, epic,
mhm.
cinematic, pop rock, um, everything apart from heavy metal or something.
Okay.
I also enjoyed listening to classic music because I know that it's not that easy to follow that path.
Mhm,
As you need a lot of knowledge apart from talent.
mhm,
So I definitely appreciate that style too. So I grew up listening to different styles, but mostly in pop. And sometimes, when we're talking about pop, most people believe that it's only commercial pop, but in pop style, there
mhm.
are lots of categories included, like lots, endless categories. So, while I was growing up and while I was into the industry, I realized that this is true. That pop is not only the music that you see that they turn platinum or very successful worldwide. There are lots of subcategories in it.
Mm, 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 mm. Yes, I think that later on, we're talking about some of the songs that we've been playing. You could tell us about them in a minute, but I wondered what sort of influence does the? I mean, do you are you I believe the Eurovision Song Contest is quite popular in Greece. I believe Greek
It
people
is.
like it in a big way. And I mean, how does the international? I mean, did you watch it as a child, and did it make you aware of an international stage being out there? Maybe, oh, I'd like to play to all those countries. Maybe not necessarily in the Eurovision, but you're aware of all the different pop stages there are around the place and the different audiences there are. I mean,
Mhm.
was it something you watched and you were into the Eurovision?
So basically, I remember myself knowing about Eurovision since I was very small. But when I was 16, and while I was getting older, I started watching every single year the Eurovision Song Contest. And the most important thing is that I didn't start watching the Eurovision Song Contest because it was very fancy as a show.
Mm,
But in every single year, I see that there are wonderful songs included every year there are songs that are not good, but there are also
mm,
gems in every single year. So I started watching as a fan when
mm,
since I was 16 years old, and I'm watching every single year since then.
mm,
And I need to admit that, sometimes there are people out there that they're asking me, why you're not participating in that type
mm,
of
mm,
contest, at least in your national contest or something.
mm.
And I need to admit that because I participated in a Russian song contest.
Okay.
It was something like that, and I was representing Greece. It was very, it made me really anxious
Mm.
because you're not participating as yourself. You're participating as an artist that comes from a
Yes.
specific country. So I felt the weight that I carried in my back. It was basic, but I was 25 years old. Now I'm older, I'm
Mm,
wiser.
mm,
I would definitely give it a try.
mm.
And the most important thing is that I would not give it a try because I would like to win. I would give it a try because uh, probably because there are lots of viewers worldwide that
Mm.
would give me like a step to
Yes.
make my
Yeah.
music,
Yeah.
you know,
Yes. I think before we move
to be
on.
heard.
Yeah, sure. I think before we move on to the Eurovision, I think this is something that we certainly learned from something we learned from Delta the other day.
Hmm.
He's on the same
Yeah.
show, and he's basically saying, well, Greece, what they do, the Greek people, it isn't like they're not just sending a song to a contest. The whole the whole of Greece is behind this artist because they're representing Greece, like supporting the Greek football team in a football match.
Yes.
It
Yes.
is that important to Greek people, which is wonderful. Where in the UK, more than half the people don't even watch it. Mind you, our songs are terrible generally, but
Yes, the one that we had.
I I I remember it was 2014, and I was in London, and I had some great friends from the UK, and they were like, I was like, I'm gonna watch the Eurovision Song Contest. Are you gonna watch it with me? And they were like, what? No, of course not. We don't care about Eurovision. Most people laugh at Eurovision in the UK,
yes, yes,
but they were having fun watching that with me.
yeah,
You know, in Greece, sometimes, most of the times, they take it very personally.
mm,
But like this year or last year, but it depends on the
mm,
participant. It
mm,
depends on that. But the exposure is really big. I need to admit that you
yes,
can be famous in a day, at
mm,
least in Greece.
yes, yeah, yeah, sure.
And because you mentioned Delta,
Mm,
from this year's nationals, his song was my favorite. I need to admit that it,
mm.
it was my favorite.
It sounds good, very exciting, very exciting. And the
It
story
was
was good.
very good,
He didn't know how to
very
play,
good.
yeah, he didn't know how to play the synthesizer, so he made that noise. He's like, this is it. That's the note. That's what I want, and it sounds so good.
I need to admit something,
Yeah,
because right now I'm not only a fan of Eurovision, but I'm also watching Eurovision as an artist. So it's a
yeah,
combination of them two.
sure.
When I heard Delta's song, I was like, okay, I'm sure that the Greeks will not choose it. I
Mm,
knew it.
mm.
But artistically, it was my favorite. It was the best by far. That I need to admit that. But I knew they would not decide Delta's song to be
Yeah,
sent to the
to
Eurovision.
me, on an international stage, actually getting selected and going through to the semi-finals, to me, that's the one that would have done very well with the international vote. I think it would have done well. That
I
type of
want you
yeah,
to
yeah.
I want you, when you do have the time, to search online for my song, which is called Viral. It's
Okay.
a duet with Stacey Jackson. She's from
Oh,
the
wow.
UK.
Yes,
Yes,
we know
yeah.
Yeah.
her.
We interviewed her. Yeah, yeah.
She has she has collaborated with Snoop Dogg. She's
Mm,
very well known, and she's a great friend of mine. And we have done a wonderful dance song in 2022. It's called Viral.
mhm.
And most of the times they were like, "Why you did not send this to the Eurovision?" Uh, please go online when you do have the time and listen to the song,
Oh,
and
we
I'm
will.
sure you will agree.
We,
So I think that sometime in the future, probably this year, because I'm discussing this with my producer, we will be sending a song to the Greek national.
Fantastic. That's
Good.
really good news and every success. And you make sure you come by. I know you're talking about Greece, but you make sure, even just by getting into putting the song in, you let us know. We know all the stages from the deadline, whether it be September or October, and you make sure. And I'll tell you why I'm saying that. It might sound daft, but you do get selected because your songs are certainly good enough. And just say you did. I mean, what we're working at is those 12 points have to go from the UK to somebody. Let them get to know you. See what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah, of course I
I've got
do.
to go. So normally the 10 and the 12 go to Israel or someone like normally, but Israel will always get the 10 or the 12, but maybe I think Greece could get the other top one. You know what I mean? You know, the
You know,
political
so,
voting, that's the UK political voting. You might have seen it always goes that way, but not getting involved with the politics is what makes the contest fun. It's a bit like, you get selected, there'd be some pretty good vote coming from Cyprus. You bet your bottom dollar.
absolutely,
It's gonna
absolutely.
be.
And,
And
and
maybe Turkey.
that, yeah, and that's what I'm talking about. I don't care about politics. I
Mm,
mean,
mm.
I
Oh, I know.
don't care about politics when it comes to music. All right,
Mm,
all right,
mm,
that's totally different. So when it comes to music and Eurovision Song Contest, it makes me mad when I
mm.
see people that they vote based on
Yes.
politics.
Yeah.
It makes me mad. But it is how it is, all
Mm,
right? So because it is how it is, the only thing I do care if I got selected to represent my country or another country or whatever
mm.
is to get my music out there. I'm totally honest with you.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Now let's have a look at some of your songs. So, how old were you when you brought out your first single? What was your first single?
Okay, my first single, of course, was in Greek language.
Mhm,
I was 25 years old. It was called "You Gotta Understand" in
mhm,
English translation. My first English song was released in 2020.
mhm,
I need to admit that when I was in London, there were lots of friends. They were trying to convince me to start releasing music in English, but I was like really afraid. I wasn't that mature
okay.
yet. So I decided to release my first English song in 2020, and it went really well. Since that date, I've released like a dozen
Mhm,
of English songs. I've released an international full English song album, which also charted in the US charts.
wonderful.
Uh, I've won like 70 international awards,
Mhm,
and all of them, as an independent artist. And it's really important, right?
yeah.
I do not have the back of a big record label or something, but I'm here because I love what I'm doing and I'm
Mm.
going to be doing it since I will be like in Cher's age.
Yes, yes, yes. Hopefully not melting in the sun because of her. But you know, you know what?
I will be doing my Botox. I think I'm going to be looking good.
Yeah. So it's still good at the moment. You don't need to worry at the moment. You're still doing good at the moment. All right. So we keep
I'm,
it.
I'm 40. When I'm gonna
Really?
be 8, I'm 41.
No,
Shh.
no.
Yes.
Yes, I am.
You don't look 41. You
Yes.
look younger.
I'm sure he hears it all the time, but no, he doesn't. That's right. That's right.
I
Uh,
do not. I do not wear makeup. All right,
mhm.
just between you and
Nor do I. It's
Yes,
your
yes, dear. But
what makes you look young is your smile in your eyes.
Oh, thank you.
everything makes you look. No, Sue tries to give a compliment, but it always backfires.
Compliment.
Yeah, yeah, of course.
Thank you.
Okay, let's.
So I started releasing my first song when I was 16.
Okay, wonderful.
Sorry, I wrote my first song when I was 16.
Mm,
I released it when I was 25.
okay, okay. Now, in the UK, there are a lot of Greek people, and especially well, the big community, I guess, would be Greek Cypriot, really. But
Mhm.
do you find there's a ready-made uh, Greek fan base in the UK, or is it something you're hoping to grow on through shows like us and the Greek and the Greek Cypriot audience get to hear it that way?
I have some great friends from London Greek Radio. I don't know if you heard of
Okay,
that
I've
radio,
heard of it.
which
Yes.
is really big, and they supported my first songs. So when I was in London, I hesitated releasing songs in English, but I promoted my Greek songs through London Greek Radio.
Wonderful.
How fun
Yeah.
it is! So this happened, and I need to admit that if I had any opportunities in the UK, I would not hesitate right now to come back and do something like shows or promotional tours or something in the UK.
Sure.
Because I lived there for 4 years and I felt like it was my second hometown, apart from Athens. Yeah,
Cool.
I grew up as an artist. I grew up as a person. It was a great experience in my life. It made me a better person in general. I have great things to remember from London and the UK in general. So
Mm,
if something happens and I come back, I would target in general people, not only Greeks. I would target to be heard in different type of
mm,
people, not
mm.
only Greeks.
Oh,
I
sure. Yeah.
don't I don't I don't care about people's nationalities. I
Mm,
care about people who would like feel good listening to my
mm.
voice, to my music, and that's all that matters. I
Yeah.
don't care about where you're coming from or who you
Oh, no.
are or your age or whatever.
I was more thinking because there was a lot of Greek people living, as you know, but London Greek radio. I was just thinking, well,
I
what's
was
the audience?
also
Are
I
they
was
there
also
already?
singing.
Mm, mm.
I was also singing in a Greek music hall. It was called Floga, which
Okay.
is flame in English translation, and it was North London. I don't remember the place right
Mm,
now, but I was singing in weekends. It
mm,
was fun, but also I need to admit something. There were almost Greek Cypriots coming there. It was really fun,
mm,
but I don't know why. But after releasing my first English song, something inside of me has waken up and inviting me to another new world, a whole new world. Like, I want people who understand the English language to follow me. You can have like more listeners worldwide
mm,
because, Greek language can be understood from 10 million people and the English language can be understood from billions.
mm, mm,
So
mm,
I love what I do. I love music, and I'm trying to pass a message or love to what I do through that.
mm,
And my target is to target your heart, your ears, your feelings.
mhm,
So I want this gives me the motivation to find ways to be heard from more listeners worldwide. And
mm.
singing in English helps me doing that.
I mean, could perhaps a song that you really, really like. I mean, could it be released? But there's a Greek edit, the Greek version. There's an English version, and they could all be brought out, and they all collectively go to the same number of downloads to make the charts.
I
Can that be
I
done?
do agree with you. I do agree with you, but you have to remember I'm an independent artist and everything I
Yeah.
do, all promotion that I do, I
Mm.
paid it on my own.
Yes.
Unfortunately, I'm not rich. I'm doing a daytime job and I pay everything on my own.
Yes.
So if I have to release a song with like different versions, I need to pay extra for that. So I
Sure.
cannot afford it.
I understand.
I'm totally honest with you.
No, I understand that. Let's look at so you mentioned also some live some touring, some concert sort of things. So what sort of size concert venue? What do you aim for? Maybe in Athens, and then perhaps what size venue is it in when you've been in the UK?
I don't care about the size of the venue because I have sung in Russia in front of 20,000 people when I was doing that song contest that I told
Mm,
you. And I have sung in big open air venues in Athens. I have sung in Atlanta, Charlotte. I mean, I have sung in different type of venues. I don't care about that. I care only about good acoustics.
mhm,
Trust me, this is very important. Even if you sing for five people or if you sing for
mhm,
20,000,
mhm,
the acoustics are really important. If
mhm,
I don't hear myself well or the engineer are not good or professional, I would go away.
mhm, mhm,
Definitely,
mhm. Okay.
because I have been into very weird situations in the past, and you can feel embarrassed or disappointed, and it's really sad, especially when it's not your fault.
Mm,
So right now, for me, the most important thing is to have good acoustics. I don't care about the size of the venue,
mhm.
but I do care about that.
That's cool. That's cool. That's brilliant. Looking at some of the songs that we've been sent of yours, I think because you mentioned the duet with Stacey Jackson, I can also hear that one. Yes, dear. Well, babe, it would be filtered in at the time you mentioned it. You know how this works. That's why I do the editing, dear. We 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 have some duets here. I see there's another one, All That Matters with Dawn Ricks, and I can see one called Deceive Me with Natalie Jean, I think it is. I think
Mhm.
it might also be Deceive Me just with you by yourself. Am I reading this right?
I have released this evening only as a duet with Natalie Jean, basically.
Okay. Other songs I can see now. One that I know that we played quite a bit was, I remember this now, "Spell on the Dance Floor." That was quite a nice, lively. So that was a real good, like a real good dance song. I remember playing it a lot at one point. Yeah, maybe 2 years ago or something. Would it have been 2 years? Yeah, it would have been nearly. Yeah.
Yes, Spell of the Dance Floor and Not the Saint were great songs from my first international album.
Mhm.
And Deceive Me with Natalie Jean went really well too. And it received great recognition and lots of awards worldwide. Yeah, basically, it's three of the best songs out of the album.
Sure.
They're great. Right now, I'm releasing a global album later this year,
Mm,
and it's very different. I
mm,
mean, I'm mostly pop artist, but we should remember that I started my career recording and singing in Greek. So
mm,
this automatically makes me a world music artist because
mm.
I sing in more than one language.
Sure.
And because I also have great respect and love for my mother, I wanted to release an album dedicated to her.
Mhm.
So I collaborated with some wonderful Grammy peers, Grammy nominated artists within Mana, which is the
Yes.
first single of the album. Mana means mother in Greek.
Mhm.
So the first single was that, and I dedicated it to her. She burst into tears when she listened to it.
Lovely.
And based to that, I created a whole album. And the whole album means talks about the love to the mother, to
Mhm.
our creators, to human nature, to Mother Earth. Basically, it's uh, it's an honor to motherhood in
Mm,
general, to
mhm.
our creators, and it's very important. Every single song is very different, and it speaks straight to my heart and hopefully to the listener's heart.
Mm.
And the second single is Angel Voices. It released yesterday.
Okay.
It was released yesterday.
That's nice. That's nice. We got that. And also, a song that we played very recently is Bright Eyes, which we had on Hit and Miss just last week. And we both really enjoy it. It's 5 minutes. We don't often play songs that are 5 minutes and leave them playing in their entirety. Normally, they get cut off in about maybe 3.5 to 4 minutes because of the sweetening of the show. But we kept it playing for the whole length. We were
It was
really
beautiful.
liking Bright
Yeah.
Eyes. We were really liking it. So it's
Oh, thank you so much. Basically, it was my first attempt to release a pure country song. And it
mm,
was Ethan Johnson, which is like a really well-known producer, and he approached me and he said, "I have a song. I want you to sing it." So when I got it, I was like, "I really love it. I'm gonna release it definitely."
mm,
And I told him about that time length, and he told me, "You can do a radio edit, but it's your thing."
mm.
So when I received it, I recorded it fully, but I also have a radio edit MP3 if you want to play it like in a shorter version,
Okay.
because I definitely understand how radios
Mm.
work.
It says,
But
yeah,
I'm really grateful to have sung this song. It's
it's a
very beautiful.
Mm. It is a very, very
Very
nice
good
song.
song.
A very nice song. And then you'll understand the fact that we were left playing the whole 5 minutes, whatever it is, it says something about the song for us to do that.
Obviously,
Think of it that way.
obvious,
Uh,
obviously.
yeah, so there we go. Now, we've got other songs that it's Obsession is another one, I believe,
Great
we've
title.
been playing as well. Tell us a bit about that one.
Absolutely. So, apart from a world music artist, I'm also multi-genre artist, obviously. Okay, I love experimenting.
Mhm.
So I was discussing with my Greek producer, and I was like, okay, I'm into releasing that global album later this year, but in the meantime, I need to not forget my hardcore pop fans that they
Good job.
love pop music coming out from me. So, what should we do? I told him. And he said, "Give me a minute. I'm going to find you something really good." So, it will be so good that you will not have to release another single for the next 6 or 7 months. And he wrote that epic cinematic dark mode underground pop song. So when I heard it, I was like, what the hell, this is gorgeous. I was in love. And even if it's pop, it's something different again. For me, it's more underground, it's more sexy in a way, but in a dark. I love it. I love it. So when I went into the studio, I was like, okay, I'm gonna kill it. And I
Mm,
did because
mm,
I enjoyed it very much. And I love Obsession. And because
mm,
the producer enjoyed it too, he told me, okay, I'm in the process of writing you a whole album based on that type of music, that
mm,
style. So you'll have to be ready.
like it. What's the title of the album that these are coming from?
We have not decided yet about the pop album.
Mm,
The only sure thing is that we're in the process of, gathering 10 songs for the track list. I think next week I'm recording another one, which is incredible. You
mhm,
can only imagine. I can share with you the title
mhm.
if you want
Please.
to. I mean, it can be an exclusive for Chatterbox,
Thank you.
which is something again very different. It's something like a very Europop, Oriental, very Eurovision
Mm.
song. I think it's gonna be a smash hit,
Oh, please, yes.
and it's called Flawless Mess.
Okay.
Flawless Mess.
Flawless Mess. Okay, it's
I had
different.
to hear you say it twice because I
Flawless
wasn't quite
Mess.
sure. Yeah, that's
Okay.
that's interesting.
That's a talking point in its own right. Flawless Mess. Yeah. 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 It's good.
I'm sure you're gonna be dancing. I'm
Okay.
sure about it.
Well, I am, although half the UK, like your friends in the UK at the time you were here, couldn't understand why you were so Eurovision. I do love the Eurovision. I love the party. I love the staging. I love all this. So, but again, of course, I love music. So I love the international stage. We're here talking to you. It's so yeah. So I probably will
What
really love it. I will probably play it to death, actually, by the sounds of it.
Well, it's like Brighton
what
when I listen to
what's
that.
your
Sorry.
what was your opinion about the UK's entrance for this year's Eurovision?
It was well. First of all, I think I'm not going to get words out of you. The UK doesn't open it to artists. It's a closed shop. Nobody can enter. It's what these guys at the BBC think's good. I've often wondered if they deliberately enter bad entries so they don't have to pay the money to stage it the next year. What's Eurovision about it, European about it, is nothing apart from the fact he insulted German people going, oh, yeah, it's childish. He couldn't even pronounce the words properly. On the night he sang in German, why would you throw the, nothing against the German language or the German people, but why would you do that when you're already, to my opinion, insulting the one country you're trying to sing in? He was lucky to get 1 point.
The only thing that
Sorry, but I believe it. And so you can insert, I mean, Sam Ryder, they must have made a mistake with Sam Ryder and Spaceman because it was good. It deserved to be second or first.
Yeah,
But that
it
is
was
the only
good.
one in a great many years. We send rubbish. We talk to many artists. They would love to enter for the UK. They can't enter. It's such a shame.
Yeah, I agree.
So
And I still remember
nothing Eurovision, nothing European about it at
mhm,
all. No, nothing.
one of my favorite UK entries was Children of the Universe. Do you remember that
Mm.
entrance?
Yes, yes.
I think it was in 2014. I loved it.
Mm,
I don't know why. It was one of my
mm.
favorites.
Sure. We haven't got long left. We've only got like 3 minutes, 20 seconds. So we need to get your social media in. But we're not, the UK do like a party, and the reason your people you knew in London have that attitude is because of what we send. There's nothing to be proud of in those entries, most of them. We don't think
So
it's going to win. We don't think it's going to win.
I think you should talk to BBC. I don't know who's
Yeah, they've only got it till
who.
2028, thank goodness. ITV also are EBU members, and we hope after 2028 contest it will get handed to ITV because ITV need the advertising. There'll be songs for the UK. We'll be because they want the advertising revenue. They'll be doing voting from home for qualify. Yeah, like Greece. I think it will go like that. So let's hope ITV get it. It's important. Very
Yes, of
important.
course.
Mm.
They should do a national. They
Yes,
should
that's
do
what I mean. Yeah,
nationals.
yeah,
Absolutely,
yeah,
absolutely. And I'm sure it's going to be really big because
yeah.
UK is big and the
Yeah.
industry in general in the UK is
Oh,
big. So
most.
there will
Mm,
be dozens,
yeah.
hundreds of entries. I'm
Mm,
sure about
yeah.
it.
Most artists across the world, their aim, whether it be, we talk about continental people, DJ Sammy's come on. His aim was to have a British number one. That's his aim. That's what a foreign singers, international singers' aim is to have a UK number one in a proper chart. So yeah, I
Yeah,
get it. We do take our music seriously. It's just I don't know what's BBC aren't very popular here anyway. But moving on, let's do your social media before we let you go. Websites, YouTube channels, whatever you got. Yeah.
absolutely. Everybody can find me on all digital platforms. I have Spotify as Dimitris Nezis, Instagram, X, YouTube, TikTok. They can find all links in my official website, which is like www.dimitrisnezis.com. They can find everything over there. It's updated. I
Mm,
have a wonderful new website I'm really proud of.
brilliant.
And they can find all of my updated news, my whole discography, everything about, and all news about the upcoming tour
Mm,
because I'm trying to do a mini tour
oh,
worldwide.
oh,
So if you subscribe in my website, you will be the first to know all the news.
brilliant. Less than a minute, but Dimitris, Dimitris. Then we got Nezis. So that is how you need to be spelling it, but I'm sure it will come up anyway on the Google. I've had no trouble ever finding you. So,
It will.
Dimitris, it's been great meeting you. Thanks for coming on Chatterbox. We got to do it again
Yeah, we'll
sometime
look
because there's
forward
a
to
lot going
speaking to
on.
you next
Yeah,
time.
Thank you so much for having me. It was a pleasure.
thank you.
And I hope the whole thing with the heat wave in the UK will stop very soon. I want you to have a wonderful summer.
Thank you.
And thank you for also having me in your show and playing my music in Chatterbox. It's an honor for me, and it's really important to me.
And
Thank you
thank you
so
for
much.
feeding the stray cats.
Yeah,
I
we
do
love
appreciate
cats,
that.
so
Thank
thank you.
you.
Yes.
Oh, thank you so much.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Take care, Dimitris.
Take care.